But even so, with a victory against Isurus at 16-4, you can imagine that Boom would be ready to hit the floor running, if you will, in this map and probably take good control of this best-of-3 series. We'll see what they can do, though, as we go to our pistol round, and already Boom has started things off by Zed. Well done.
Ooh, the information from the second side, getting aggressive through the short face, and even with it in a bit. But for so far, SHZ has got full A-site control.
And they're going to try wrap around and try so they can deal with him here, but Nithon is not ready for him to be in bank. That is just a... yeah. Bomb making his way in. SHZ going to get aggressive. Look for FNX and get him as well. Who'll get shot in the back. He still turns around and gets knocked. How do you do this? 4 kills. And that's probably round over. Nothing Destiny's going to do about this.
And pull rotations. First of all, he wasn't really able to pull too many rotations early on. And he goes, you know what? Since they're not rotating, let me just keep pushing.
He's going for the ace. Oh my god, what was that? Absolutely not where Red Canids wanted to kick things off. That pistol couldn't have gone worse, I feel like.
So confident at this point, thriving.
Well, USPs will stack their way in towards mid to try turn the narrative, and actually they do find themselves a couple of good picks back on the CT forces. So a AK and a UMP to be found here. Mac-10s from Yale will try to deal with the 2 players getting aggressive, so they find that AK once again. Best to get it out of the CT hands, and Yale will do just that. Spray through, Bolts gets the nade kill on towards Lato, and now it's all FNX last man standing over on the A-bomb side. They've basically got B-side control here from SHZ, so... there you go. A plant should be secured, and I don't think he'll be able to get a retake in, even if he tried for this hit wait. And indeed, SHZ will just spray through, get his 6th. And the early smokes out to the monster position to stop anything going their way. Flashes over the incendiaries, a standard return from the Boom Esports side, but this does deny them early sort of push potential and the early information towards that B-bomb site.
CTs can use like the counter utility to stop the execution coming through.
That last smoke especially was a key piece of counter utility, and that's now just gone out of play. Cello puts up 1 smoke, but FNX all sitting pretty and waiting. A flashbang from Nak. 17 seconds left, and Red Canids can still hold down the control. Boats gets Lato, but Nako sprays on towards 2. Nithon gets an AWP kill. He's dealt with by Phelps. Turns around for a secondary spray, but he's the lone man standing, and he just can't seem to do it all coming through.
And that round was won by the flank, in all honesty. The CTs were able to set up a really good establishment at the B bomb site. Great crossfire, the stack to come in. And boom, they run straight into it. The AWP, not going to see any early information, but he's going to be able to find the pick, and that's a good opening. That's Yell getting taken down. Phelps tries to go for the trade, but the AWP is just too quick to get out of there.
Nithon could potentially contest it. Smoke ready from SHZ. 50 seconds to the clock. It looks like the T's are going to go in for this hit. A flash over from Cello as well as Phelps and Bolts make their way in. A second one going to try and blind off the AWP. And Molotov top of the APC. I don't know if they can bounce off of it. FNX gets SHZ as Nithon goes down. Sprayed arm for a second, and a 3rd and a 4th. But Destiny
finds an opportunity to find that that kill. And 2-2, we are tied up. I'm actually starting to already see a better performance from Red Canids on this map, and it's already early days.
Yeah, and this is the kind of adjustment we wanted to see between map 1 and map 2. Even though we thought it was unlikely, it's the best chance that they've got at the moment, and it's the only chance they have. They have to win this map to stay alive in the series. Early damage being sustained by the T-side forces, but Cello gets the P250 pick on FNX. I mean, in Red Canids not going to opt for a rotation. That could be the first responder if they do. And Lato tries to reposition himself. The M4 of Cello will go first. Got 2 T-side players to back him up. The SMG spray gets him. Look for the next player up. USP trying to tap his way through and actually gets that headshot on for a 3rd frag. Not quite, but Nat comes in to support the AWP. The AUG, I should say, actually coming in to get the frag. AWP out from Graffiti. Maybe able to get a kill back on Bolts, but he'll get forced out of position. So the AK drops that bomb. They've gone for the plant early on. I could have seen...
does a lot of damage, but the big thing, a lot more confidence coming out in the CTs. I can really start to see them being the dominant force in this Overpass game, and they started to look a little bit scared going in on Nuke, and this is kind of the playstyle that I really want to see from them, because they're already a map down. FNX doing a lot of damage, and look at that, 4 versus
Nuke. So I'm not too shocked that this is the way things have turned out here. Bolts will take out FNX as he gets caught out aggressive in the ladder room area. And the CT's just going to pick apart what remains of the T-side forces. That being said, though, Bolts with a kill on Lato. 2 players left standing. The spray's good. Oh, no. The AKs may still come alive. He's got to face against Destiny and making so much noise, giving up the information in the end.
Kept off to put that back into the hands of nothing. And
yeah, plenty of those forces to see. I'm not too surprised that we're seeing all this come out. Utility certainly a plenty for the T side as Boom lose their first contact. That's an SMG dropped, but 2 kills coming back from Phelps and Bolts. SHN making it 3. Phelps is all the way in water, and Lato's not ready for this. It's 1 player left standing, and Knife on the AWP so close with the pistol gets the kill on Phelps, but no more than that. And Boom with a big boom over the last couple of rounds leaves them on for masses at best. East side, so don't count out Boom just yet.
really
Double nade stacks coming in against the stack position, and they have gone for a B stack, as you say. 3 players going to make their way in from Monster. Is Bolts ready for this? He'll spray through. They'll miss those bullets. Still tapping coming close. You'll see them both, and actually they'll overwhelm with the FAMASA kill coming in. Cello can respond towards short though, and look on the try to deal with Destiny. He can't get the tap against his headshot.
I'm not sure they actually know that Destiny is so far aggressive. Knack as well, being able to find one with the CZ, and he knows exactly where SHZ is. What a beautiful round in terms of weaponry.
Boom will still make their way in. AK and M4 picked up by Knack and Destiny, and there's 1 player on the bomb site. He's dealt with by Phelps. Yell next to face. Nython backed up towards his mid position. May find 2 frags, and he does get Phelps. So now it's all left to Yell. The AWP on him in a 1-on-3 situation here. He's backed up, moving into position. Knack's on the backstab though. He'll get the spray together, and he will find his 2nd kill of the round to close it out here for the Red Canids. A 5th for the CT side. And Boom did well, but as you say, you know, Red Canids were the ones at the disadvantage, and they found themselves 2 AKs and an AWP for free.
Yeah, that's a great round. And yeah, there's an AK on the floor, so they do get a relatively good buyout, but this is an opportunity again for the CTs to just destroy the economy and get off to a very good lead in this first half. And look at the AWP looking for the opening pick, and oh, there's an opportunity to find it finally. There it is, the opening pick going in the way of the CTs. Quick trade should come out, and so it does, but it doesn't follow up. I love the way that even with the opening picks being found, the trades come out so quick.
Take the shot just yet. Making some noise now. Bolts is going to hear it. Bolts is going to hear it. He knows exactly where this player is. He still looks onto the site and sees 1 player making his way in. The plant could get secured. The flashes come over as the engagement comes in, but Bolts wraps over, gets the man down. 3-on-2 situation. Lato also taking damage. I think they're going to fall out and save, or not actually. Re-aggressing from Lato's par, but it looked like they were going to get back to the B bomb site for the moment. That nade up against Knack. I mean, quite a bit of damage. 20 to his name. And Phelps still sitting in his corner, ready to receive them all coming in. Knack taken out, and all that remains is Lato. 1 versus 3 in bank, and Phelps start to close in the bracket against him. He can't make his way to the bomb site. He can't make his way back out. He does get the kill on Phelps and force the issue for 1 good pick. But needs to do a lot more from here, it seems, Dwayne. And with the time ticking away, there is no defuse coming in for the man. It will be a 4th for the Boom Esports side as Cello chases. If he can get this pick out against him, then this will be a ton of damage done. But he actually goes up with the bomb instead.
To blind him as well from the T-sided players at the A bomb side. And that just allowed Bolts to do his thing, take his time, win out the gunfight, and it made the retake just not possible. They had to go for the save in the end. And Boom, a very nice round for them to convert. A much needed one as well.
We'll force the issue back on Red Canids though. Look at Nython. Straight headshot with Nat getting a 2nd kill on the Deagle. Flashbangs over from the B bomb site, won't see anything. Meanwhile, the contact being established by the T side. Phelps getting that, getting a secondary kill on Nython and everything. So a 3-on-3 situation re-established by Boom. But that Scout Deagle combination looked extremely deadly for a moment, and now the T's are doing damage to each other. Red Canids have thrown Boom off quite significantly here.
I love the way.
Lurking around from that long position and slowly moving up. SHZ with his back turn. The spray's easy for the FAMAS, and now picking up that AK and a Molotov as well. Could deny a position here, but he only just spoke up the cross towards bank and not do anything else with that. It's Bolts and Phelps backing up and making their way into the site, trying to check out where Destiny is held from. They'll push up to that bank position, making a little bit of noise. This could be an easy first kill for FNX. The second one's going to be a bit more difficult, but he taps with the sprays, not returning from the T side. So Red Canids going round for round against Boom Esports. You know, every time they seem to find themselves one up, Boom are able to respond. So, you know, kind of the war of attrition that Red Canids can win going into the turn of the half. But still,
Default's unfortunately not holding all of the angles properly because we're just seeing so much movement going around on the CT side, and that's what's winning them the rounds. Boom Esports forcing into this, using a little bit of early utility to try and fake a quick take. Look at Bolts. Could he find the opener with the CZ?
He's evaded Knack entirely. The burst through the M4, it's no idea. He's so close. He still whiffs out the taps with the CZ though. Oh, the best of chances, but the bullets go everywhere but connecting to the target. The boost up from Phelps. Meanwhile, we'll see Destiny out towards Toxic Barrels, take him down, fall out position as they try and get out of dodge. They do find that opening kill on the Boom side in the end. Could have been 2 though if they were a little bit more accurate on that Monster push. And they're going to push Monster again, re-aggressing from Bolts with the CZ. He sees the boost player, taps his way through, sees FNX next. I know there's one player on short, one player on bridge. Knack will get a kill to CZ, tries to adjust to FNX. As Cello desperately looks for his kill on short, gets to the headshot tap. And all that's left is Knack in the back of the bomb site in water. The nade from SHZ though misses, and that takes a teammate out. Nython getting yelled to 2 versus 2, and that nade could have costed them everything for the Boom side. Bolts left standing alone on site. Bomb dropped to the right-hand side at the short face, and Knack is looking for this lone AK. He pops his head up just above ramp.
The opening picks, but that HE, oh, they're going to be so upset about that.
The worst part about that HE as well is that it clipped itself off the very corner of the wall. Like there's a little sticky out bit, and it bounced back towards them. Like that couldn't have gone worse.
So unfortunate.
It's one of those rare moments where it's like, usually, a nade wouldn't connect to that position. But in this case, it did. That's a good response from Destiny. It's an anti-eco frag.
I was almost definite that he was going to get taken down there. That, even though, yes, it was an eco, that was extremely quick for him not to get traded. Making their way up to the B-bomb side, Knack. He has been really impressive.
Just to add to the likes of Knack as well, who obviously is another veteran player here for the Red Canids side. That veterancy will get them into the lead here for the CT half. Against the Rifles, though, the trees. It seems like they can make an 11-4 in the same sort of way that Boom did in their first half of Nuke. It's Nython with the opening kill, following suit on towards Phelps. Very nicely connecting from the AWP. But not much more than that here. It's a 5-on-3. SHZ going to try trade. Could connect to the headshot spray. Yell gets Nython as well. So Orb is now out. But the AK still is in for Destiny. He gets a pick back to 3-on-2. Man advantage for the CT side.
Yeah, quite aggressive. Trying to take the fight against Yell. He would have seen the information of exactly where that bomb is. Falls back. Now they're opening up the B bomb side, but they would have known where the bomb was. So they can almost know that there's not going to be any quick B presence. And Destiny getting that information through connector, long spray coming through, able to connect, and what can Yell really do at this point? He's only got 30 points of health share.
What are you about to say, the AK, I'd say?
Yeah, well, they've lost 3 rounds in a row, but they've lost 4 out of the past 5.
Okay, so... in the end, he will go full-blown force buy, but $900 on Bolts. Cello numbers you'd see out of a half buy. Not a lot of utility to come out for it. They're relying heavily on the MAC-10s and CZ to do their damage. Nades up to try and get short control from Lato and Cola. Smoke towards Bridge Cross, though. Gets that bomb across to the site. I think Boom are going to go quickly into this B site, go to get the plant, and try and fend off the 5-on-5 retake.
And that's massive. They get that bomb plant, especially with more of an investment than what we expected. Lato being boosted up. Oh, he does so much damage. That's 1 HP onto Cello.
It's information gain as well. They know the boost is in there. They know there's 2 players out to this position, so Phelps can just adjust against it while his teammates watch heaven from the site. SHZ goes down, playing the off angle, trying to deal with one. Knack reads Phelps though. Yell goes falling, Cello quick to follow, and Bolts is left alone here as the last man standing on towards short. Molotovs and smokes to keep him away. They hear that damage, they hear the defuse coming in. Red Canids will secure double digits at the turn of their half. Thankfully, they got...
would not have been possible. Maybe a teammate would have chucked it over to him, but he's got the ability to pick it up now with that bomb plant coming through. Could we see maybe 5 rounds for Boom? This is such a turnaround, and it's a great sign to see for the CTs. I'm really happy that they've actually been able to bring this back.
FNX trying to continue the good fortune here. 3 players to line up and take the spray on 1-2. Not quite 3. SHZ there with a trade back, and he will get the man out of play. Knack with the M4. Round in the corner, sees the AWP, but Yell turns on for a trade frag, so Boom still keeping it even standings at this moment. A little bit of work to do though as Lato gets the bomb. Bolts dropping this one out in the open. The CTs have everything they need to work with to continue with this half win. In the scopes as well from Lato. Can't predict just correctly where Yell is. He eventually spots him actually. So it was a return half from the Red Canids side.
They're going to be able to find these entries. That's the all-important one, but the short control from Cello, this could be vital.
USP standing by, taps up from Phelps to do a bit of damage against him. Cello taking a damage, and Lato will take him down. Phelps also tagged up for the Boom side as heavy aggression from FNX will catch Bolts off guard. Not ready for the Heaven control. Meanwhile, Yell pushing in the back lines. He catches off Lato. SHZ gets a kill of his own right. FNX will press forward, take down the backup towards Graffiti. 3-on-2. Yell getting a secondary kill. Plenty of support here from Heaven. They actually managed to sandwich in Nithon. Tap the bomb once. They don't know the player's still here towards short. He will tap up the kill. Phelps got 10 seconds to defuse. He hasn't got time for this. And will take the man out, but he's just not going to get this round together. It will be a 12th for the Red Canids. Boom.
We've seen 2 11-4 scorelines now, and with 12-4, we're actually mirroring what we said on Nuke. How do you come back?
You know, the fullest of the fullest of halves, and Boom, you know, losing that pistol pretty key. Red Canids did everything they could to hold off against the CT incoming forces, and again, major advantages have been gained here as they keep their eyes on various positions. Have they got the weird boost going in towards T-spawn? I don't know. It won't be effective either way for the CTs. Because Red Canids are pushing towards A, and they'll know that. Cello's death will give up the info they need. The flashbang's over from SHZ. Will try to buy a bit of support. The scout's still here towards Long. Will get bursted up, and Nithon will take him down. But that's a lot of damage done to Knack, FNX, and Nithon for this one. The Deagle's seeing the head and dropping the bomb. That's beautiful from the likes of SHZ. And Lasso potentially with a smoke down towards Cross. The Deagle back from Bolts gets a kill. SHZ is dealt with. It's only Bolts left, but he's got a headshot and a low HP player to find. But he couldn't flick.
Let's go for the Force, which means we're going to see the rifle round a round later. Because potentially positions map picks. Like that's kind of like what we're seeing.
And make sure those vetoes weren't swapped. Seen that happen before. The Eco Yell spotting out one player in contact towards Monster. The flashbang from Knack will also allow the face-up from Lato. They should be able to connect the dots and figure out there's 3 players here. But meanwhile, over on the A bomb side, we've got Nithon potentially getting the backstab. He's dealt with by SHZ, and Bolts gets a kill back with the CZM. 3-on-3 with the AK, dropping the bomb as well. Destiny next up, and Bolts could not get the spray to the next man. FNX will deal with Cello, and the Deagle and Mac 10 of SHZ is all that remains. He gets one player dropped. He knows where that bomb's been dropped as well. And FNX, if he wants to go for a rotation, he's got to go through short and connector. I think the squeaky door is closed, actually. He'll be heard regardless. SHZ knows he's going there. He's going to grab an AK and try and fend off on a retake.
And FNX, again, this is going to come down to another big clutch from him. 1 versus 1. He does have a lot of options considering how slow the rotate is coming out. Let's see whether he decides to get aggressive or passive. It looks like it's going to be the passive angle. He's going to try and take the long-range fight from this long position. Or even rotate off to bathrooms. No kit. That's the big thing, is there's no kit on the CT side, Jay.
Yeah, and that's the main issue for SHZ. No utility either, so we can't go for a 10-second ninja. If he did, that would have been great. But tapping it once, forcing FNX to peek. Seeing him towards mid, no information gain. Tap again, and he gets the headshot. Has he got time for this? This will be close. Oh, if he gets this, though, this will be absolutely beautiful. Oh, no. It's not going to happen.
No, that couldn't have been 2 scenarios. But 14-4, Jay, I did this. Well, the big thing for this round, at least, is if Red Canids are able to win out this round, there's just no money for the CT side. Early damage being done to Destiny. Good rotates already coming out to the A-bomb side. Oh, I like this play coming out from Yell. Is he able to get an opening opportunity with this AWP?
Don't think you can see anything just yet. Got plenty of players to find for this one. Mac with the bomb in particular. Spotting out Knife and then taking him down. A big, big kill to find, and they'll continue to press up here to the mid position. It's Cello backed up by Phelps. Will still take his swing and get a 5 versus 3. Incendiary's back. Flashes over. Destiny going to try to see if he can take out the AWP player, but Yell not getting too aggressive. They'll see his shadow. The flashbang already. He gets one. Spray transfer to a second. The bomb being dropped as well, but the nade from Bolt's there to respond. Lato left alone. Gets one pick, but no further than that. Bolts
as well, to at least try and allow the crossfire set to have a little bit more presence and a little bit more of an advantage in the gunfight. Forced by coming out for the T side. These UMPs are gonna have to try and deal with this. A little bit of early damage done,
especially if playing off the back of Cello with the UMP. Probably gonna bait him with the AWP as well. Taps up and the Tech 9 takes him down. Damage has been done to Knack, but he gets that kill in the end. Yell also forced off angle. The flying Tech 9 gets a kill. Destiny does go dropping. 1 HP left for Knack, 2 kills to his name. And the burst in from Phelps gets a pick back against FNX. Damage has been done, and Knack grabs the AWP. It's the UMP from Phelps finally gets a kill on towards Lato. Nithon is next to face. And the AWP, the bomb's not planted for him on long. He's got to face all the way around towards APC where Phelps is ready and waiting for him. SHZ is the man with the kit, so he's got to stay alive, and Knack will go down. Order Nithon, Tech 9. Good effort from Red Canids to get themselves a plant out from this one, and damage being done, but I think all the main rifles will stay in play for Boom, so yeah, two.
And for Boom, good retake coming through. Yell, it was a little bit of a difficult scenario for him at the A.
Got enough cash with the lost bonus to go for a really, really good buy. These Deagles, any kills they can find with them will just be bonuses for the T's. The AWP kill on Yell drops the first. Deagle, FNX trying to look for Cello. He does get him down, so that's a bonus. AWP forced to fall back though. Might consider another bomb plant. No, he grabs FNX on the way back out of face. The M4 also next up. Lato will tap through. Try look for Phelps. Let's get him. Almost getting another kill as well, but now tagged up by the AWP. Bolt swings in, denies the bomb plant, so no extra money for the T side. And 2 kills is all they'll get away.
Allowed at least a little bit more utility to come out on Destiny and a few of the other players, but for the most part, it is pretty much full util for everyone on the T side.
Oh, this nade.
Oh, yeah. Good damage again.
A big start again from the Boom side, and they need to get rounds like this together. Latter's going to walk into the Molotov. As this hit comes out from the T side, again, one player is going to be weakened, and the majority of the CTs are out here. Smoke out towards heaven. First man spotted. The spray is awkward. They do get Destiny. Knife on the bench. He turns around for a decent kill with a nade. Landed directly by the CT forces to return the damage towards him. Lato does find a pick on Bolt. SHZ also known. And Lato just sprays through the smoke to get rid of him. Yell will get an AWP pick, but that...
They're going down from Destiny, and Yell's the last one left. And even holding on to this AWP might be a bit of an issue considering how quickly these T's are trying to hunt him, Jay. Ooh, almost line up.
Gets one good kill. Can he get away with the other one? No, FNX will take him down in the end.
That's big. There's no money at all. Limit the amount of players staying alive in sort of the last 4 or 5 rounds has made this last round buy just so difficult for Boom.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was the end of the road here for Boom in this series.
Established, at least. But for Boom, they don't really have too much information at this point. We just could see the slow walk into the B bomb site.
He sees one. FNX knows what SHZ is. Will spray through to try to do damage to the man, but he's burning. Smokes are up. Bolt's trying to see if he can receive, but in the midst of all these smokes and flashbangs, they are all sorts of blind here for the CT side. The sprays up from Nithon might connect to Bolt, actually. He gets a pick back. 2 players left standing for the Red Canids. FNX getting a kill. Knack wrap over towards the water position and get down Phelps. Pick up that bomb as well. Probably get a plant. A 2 versus 2 to ensue, with 2 AKs and an AWP and a CZ to retake here. Yell's got to get a really good pick to open things up, and it's just not presenting itself to him. Knack's going to wait back on the site, waiting for someone to face up. Well, I think he may have just spotted Yell on the shoulder bait. Catches Cello anyway, and the AWP is all that remains. Knows where one is, has no idea on the second. FNX about to face and get the final frag. 16-7, we'll be going to a 3rd map here, Dweg. A very impressive showing there from Red Canids against their